Shall we play a game?
Hello, hello, hello. Here we have with another cat. No, sorry, it's a train. Yes, that's right, a train. Okay, we're going to have a look at the Scotrail 158, says he, hoping he has it installed. He does! Excellent. I don't have much installed today. Okay. Hello to Gav, Florian, Mark B, and Nigel. What do you get? You get 6 scenarios. There is 3 on... yeah, 3 on Fife, 3 on Edinburgh, Glasgow. Almost messed that up. Just had to think about it. This is... I thought I'd start here because this is probably the one thing that always lets Skyhook down a little bit. The scenarios are kind of... sorry, but they are. But anyway, there's 6. So there's Stirling to Glasgow, Queen Street, which is basically the second half of a service. Perth to Edinburgh, joining the train at Burntisland. So, yeah, they happen at least out in the middle of nowhere, which is good. Complete a run around the north side of the 5 circle, which is an unusual run, I have to admit. Glasgow, Queen Street to Edinburgh. So it's just a run along the route. Glasgow to Eastfield Depot. I'm heading out to the depot, but there's services that do that too. Haymarket, or sorry, Empty Stock to Haymarket. And again, it goes the wrong way around. Hello, Tim Parkinson, Grumpy Englishman, Gav's Photography, Kuminati, hello. Hello, people. Alrighty, let's have a look. Let's get out of scenarios. Let's go back into trains. 158. So it's home in Edinburgh. And you get, let's see if we can count them, 2 services on Glasgow Central. And they're both depot services. Somehow I managed to not actually get a platinum for that one. But that's okay. So you can free roam the crap out of Cathcart if you want to. I kind of thought there was meant to be more, but there's not. So, and then there's a whole bunch of them for Edinburgh, which is no great surprise. It's kind of where this thing lives most of the time. So there's a bunch. So I reckon let's start at about... Why don't we start here? Just a random one. I don't know why I want to start there. Let's not make it September. Let's make it October, November. October. So it's not dark. We don't want it to be dark. And light clouds, of course, with a touch of fog. Go. Hello, David Drives. Tim Parkinson. Ah, you live in Edinburgh. Awesome. I've ridden the Midland 158, but not one of these. Alright, let's not set it up. After all, I'm sure you want to see the thing, don't you? So this is the inside. The lighting is decent for a nighttime one. There is a PIS thing there up there, which I'm pleased to say they fixed the reflective bit, but... oh, it's going to go again. There we go. It says things all over the place, does stuff. Luggage racks. Can you get in the toilet? No. But it does have, at least it's got a joke. Toilet out of use. I appreciated that. I actually laughed when I saw that in beta. This being the last thing I will touch in beta for a little while, I suspect. And are we at the other end? We are at the other end. You can open doors and get out if you want to. It's got a big flappy thing in it. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back up the other end and do what we're supposed to do, which is drive. But we might... Why don't we be a guard? Ooh. I'm not actually sure if you can do this before you take the train over. You can. Look at that. Okay, so we'll just close that up now. Because we'll finish that at the other end. Which, of course, you want to see the outside. Hello. No bagpipes, fortunately. Good. Alright, so are we ready to lock doors? We're not. We'll come back here when it's time to lock the doors. So, yeah, we can turn it on. And set that to local so I don't forget. And let's turn on some safety systems. So we'll turn on DSD and AWS. Actually, let's not turn on DSD because if I happen to get up and rove around the train to show you something, it'll yell at us. Jump in the big chair, as usual. Yes, Matt and his toilets. We want a master key and a reversative forward. I am using Rail Driver. It is just a tad tricky with Rail Driver, this one, I have to say. So we've pressed down the mushroom. I think it's actually still pressed. The Rail Driver's a bit weird there. Horn. Naturally, you want to hear it from outside. Usual kind of lights with red lights that aren't quite red, which is the way of things now. It's got cab lights, should you desire cab lights. It has a GSMR that goes beep beep, but doesn't seem to ever display anything. It has a contact signaler on the telling bone. I shall leave the DRA as it is for the moment, because we have got doors open. And I'm told you're supposed to do that. Wipers are down there, of course. There's some things you can press down here, but they don't really do anything. It's very exciting. And we have a throttle and a brake. So, is it time to lock the doors? It is time to lock the doors. Let's go and lock the doors. This bit's cool. I think the whole train's actually pretty cool. I think, to be honest with you, they've knocked it out of the park. So, you might recall I left that to local door open. So, let us close the doors. And then we can step out here. And we can watch the doors close. There we go. Can do our Guard thing. I don't know if I'll do this at every station, but, you know, you could. And then you just flip it off local. And get your key out. When it's ready. Oop. Okay, close that up. Get back into the driver's cabin here. You can sit in that chair if it's your train, but unfortunately not if it's not your train. So you can't sit there when there's an AI driving, which I would prefer. Now we're supposed to go. We do have a green light up there, so let's get rid of the DRA. And brakes off. But naturally before we go, we'll do a little brake test. Because you meant to. No cat stream. I'm sorry, cat. Here. Here's a gratuitous cat for you. Step 1. Step 2. Full service or step 3. And release, so we're good. Little toot just to annoy people. And straight up to notch 3. Should we listen to it? Of course we should. I just smell something and I'm wondering if I've turned off the heat under the soup that I made for dinner. I'll be right back. Don't worry about the train. It'll be fine. Be all good. Don't worry about it. As long as it stays under 20. I'll be right back. It's okay, stream. It's winch making burning smells. It's all good. Not a problem. Alrighty. Ah, we're in a tunnel. Should probably put on the light, shouldn't I, so we can see the inside. You'd never do this on a real train, just saying. We still have to do 20. Boring. Let's get a bit of throttle, though. What does it look like in a tunnel, you ask? Well, there it is. Lights work. You can see them from outside. Windows work. They do windowy things. Look, the lights are almost red. I just realised I said we didn't want to do this in the dark. And what are we doing? We're doing it in the dark. Oh, whatever. At least you get to see it in the dark. Off we go to Haymarket, where we're very excited. I have to be careful or we're going to speed. Would you like the cab light on or off? You guys can tell me. Hello, David Drives. Samuel Smith, hello. Florian says, I think I read that once 11 branch comes, there'll be timetable services on Fife as well. Yes, I believe so. I believe that is the case. Ooh, we can speed up. Off we go. Now, I did chat with a real driver of a 158 who says this thing's pretty good. And he also showed me how to drive. He said, go to notch 3 and then go to notch 7. There's really nothing else. It's a gutless thing. It really is. Kuminati says the toilet is too meta for you. There you go. What's the joke? The joke is that Matt doesn't like toilets, so one day he'll explode, I guess. Should I run a daytime service? Oh, shouldn't I? Oh well. Now you notice if you go into step 1 on the brakes, it doesn't do a whole lot. So you go into step 2 and then go back to step 1. And this is prototypical, I am told. Gav indeed. Matt and his toilets. So you can see it is slowing down quite effectively. So I'll just come off the brakes because we're going to slow down a bit early. I was behaving like I was doing 90 and I'm not. Top speed of the train officially is 90. Why am I running a reveal stream in the dark? I have to ask myself this. I really do. But anyway, that's okay. It's only a 20-minute service and then we'll do another one. At least you know it works okay in the dark. I'm actually kind of surprised no one's done a toilet mod mark. I really am. Because, you know, if I had the skills, you know I would. Oh, surely this is good enough. Step 3, and let's go and do the Guard thing, which is the other reason why you probably don't want to turn on DSD. So jump out here, open the panel, get the door key in, flick that to open, click that open button. Do you know my one contribution to this train? At one point, these both said close instead of open, and this said open. It's my one contribution. It's my only one. Are we finished down there, people? Anybody else getting in? Oop, route map. Oh, maybe it's not a route map. Okay. I am suitably chastised. Lock doors. Close. Closing they go. They do make noise. Someone said on the Skyhook reveal stream that they don't make noise, but they do. Most of the time. See? They don't make noise very long though. They just beep a little while and then they stop. I don't know if that's prototypical. Perhaps, who was it who's local from there? It was David. Well, Tim. Tim. Is that real Tim? Oh, we better buzz. Hang on. I didn't buzz before. Ooh, terrible. My cat would be sad. It's named Buzz. Alright then, so we buzz back, of course, because, you know, that wasn't us out there. No. And off to notch 3. That's a good question, Kuminati. Shouldn't DSD deactivate if the DRE is enabled? I really don't know. Hello, I will eat you. Hello, Oddfellow. How are you? I hope you are well. Trying to sort out some of Oddfellow's PlayStation quirks in the game. Feel free to ask in the chat, Oddfellow. There may be another PlayStation player here who can assist. We should probably speed up, shouldn't we? There is a distinct extra sound every time you throttle up through each thing. Actually, let me get close to the train. And let me go all the way down again. And then we'll go up one notch at a time, just so you can hear it. There you go. Now you've gotten to hear it right through one of these standard TSW stutters. Its lights do work fairly nicely, both outside and inside the cab. It's not as bright inside as it could be, but they're not bad by any means. I'm trying to think if this is the first time I've driven it at night. Could be. Could be. Northern Irish train spotter and plane spotter ask, is Glasgow Queen Street busy? Not on this route, but on Cathcart it is. Quite busy. Florian says, I've said it before, the Scotrail livery is stunning. Even the ugliest train would look good in those colours. They are quite nice, I have to admit that. Even if they look kind of black at this time of night, but you know, that's life. Off we go to Edinburgh Park. Or is it Edinburgh? That's the question. Oddfellow says, is it just me or is it kind of a gutless wonder? No, it's a gutless wonder. And the 158 driver I spoke to said, it is a gutless train. It's just not very powerful at all. Which doesn't surprise me that much. It's basically got a pair of truck engines. Once it gets going, it's pretty good, but it does take a while to get there. We are going uphill slightly, but not a lot. It's got 1.6 miles. Let's go say hello to the passengers. Can we do that? Sure. Does anyone know how to drive a train? Oh yeah, me. Sorry. I better go do it. It's always worth upsetting them a little bit. Surely. Good thing, isn't it? So we've almost reached 70 mile an hour, and it's almost time to start braking. Northern Irish train spotter and plane spotter says Glasgow Queen Street have the 170s, and it's under a heart. 43s? It has a few extra trains when it's running in Cathcart, but not when it's running here on Fife. So Fife got a little bit of an update post-release, but it's still not a lot of trains. I suppose I should start to think about slowing down, really. Up into 2 and then back to 1. It's starting to bite. It's a fairly relaxed train to drive. Nigel says the 158 looks pretty amazing. We'll get mine tomorrow. Hello, Train Sim World. How are you, Jamie? This is the moment you pop in and watch me Nebworth a station. Because I started reading the chat. And this is a mistake. Because this isn't going to go well. I could give you a demonstration of the emergency brake, though. Let's do that. I'll give you a demonstration of the emergency brake. There we go. One emergency brake. And I Nebworthed it. Okay. We shall release the brakes. Is there a signal there? Could I go back? I could go back. There's no signal. The game won't care. We'll just go on. Never read the chat. Never ever read the chat. It's a bad idea. So for those of you who... yes, someone knew the command. Good. Well done, Gav. Nightbot does have commands. 12 miles to Linlithgow. Linlithgow and then Polmont. And then we'll do a daytime run because, you know, nighttime reveal, maybe not as smart as I thought. Yes, whoops, says Jamie. It didn't explode though. So it accelerates and it brakes like a train. That might be surprising to some people, but it is very much like a train. Oddfellow says, reminds him of the airplane disaster movies of the 70s. Flying High, yes. Where you go racing off down through the plane and go, well, does anybody know how to fly a plane? Well, that was a nice convenient light source. Bit of fog going on. One very bright light, one not. Actually, we're on daylights, aren't we? I should put on night lights. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Well, that's a bit brighter. Let's try that again. Now they're the other way around. You can can see the PIS working up there. It is automatic for wherever you're going on the route. If you go into free roam, it says not in service. So just be aware of that when you're in free roam. I'm quite liking the 158, Jamie. It's a fun train to drive. I had it for a little while in beta before we all know what happened. Life. Kubernetes says, people criticise DTG for wanting to make money without understanding running a studio and employing developers costs money. Yes, indeed. It does cost rather a lot of money to employ a lot of people. It's rather a large amount of money, I'm tipping. I think there's close to 200 people, if I remember rightly, Jamie. So even if you conservatively said that they all get, I don't know, let's just pick a number out of the air, £100,000 each, it's a lot of money. Mark B says, today is International Nebworth Day. Well, we've done one in Scotland. Perhaps we should go back and do one in Britain with a 158. Northern Irish Train Spotter and Plane Spotter. I don't think that Train Sim World or me can answer any questions about speculative topics. We'll tell you, have a look at the roadmap. That's about all we can do. I will seat you, says, yeah, that's life. An inflatable driver. That's what we need in that chair over there. Maybe a bear. A bear would be good too, wouldn't it? Let's open that window as well. Why not? I thought for a moment that I had an adverse signal coming up, but no, it's just a light. We'll pop out next to this light so we can see it play across the train, because that'll be fun. And of course there's a pole in the way. We got blocked by a pole. What will be announced in August, Northern Irish Train Spotter and Plane Spotter? I suggest you wait until August. Don't ruin the fun. If it's anything like last year, it will be an awesome event. And there will be plenty of stuff that people didn't expect. And you will enjoy yourself. I personally plan on getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning when the live stream starts. But I'm weird like that. Can I look at Glasgow Queen Street? In which route? Oops. Naughty me! No! There goes my platinum medal. There we go. That's better. Back on the juice now. But maybe not as much as I was. I Will Eat You says, imagine seeing a circus in TSW4. Wasn't one of the masteries on one of the routes a circus, I seem to recall? I think it was. Cathcart Circle's got a UFO, I know that. Back up to 90. Let's get what little power it's got going. We should do that again, shouldn't we? Got a decent Doppler on the horn. Now that it's gotten up and going, it's quite good. Tam Walker says, looking forward to 158 Scotrail, gives more services, and when Fife gets updated, we'll get more services on there as well. I believe that is the plan, that when the Leavenworth branch is added, there will be 158 services for that. I did see a question on Skyhook's post about whether they would do the other livery for it. I didn't see a reply, so I don't know the answer to that question. Should it be coming up in your minds? Oddfellow asks, when is the 101 coming out? I'm not sure if the release date has been announced. So I think last announcement I saw it was 0 to 3 months, so not long to wait. 5 miles to Linlithgow. We're almost going to get it up to 90 miles an hour, I think. I Will Eat You says, I feel most people on our Train Sim World and Reddit Train Sim are anti-DTG. I don't think so. I think it's just the noisy ones. There's always a noisy person. And the silent majority just sit back there and go, oh, they're at it again. We're actually going to make 90. We're at 88. 89. I'm looking at my rail driver. We can start backing down now anyway. Mark B says there was a circus on Horseshoe Curve. That's right. It was. Northern Irish Train Spotter and Plane Spotter says it's a live stream, the same as last year. You know, about the only thing I reckon will be the same as last year is that they will reveal stuff. So stay tuned. And it was a fun event last year. I reckon it'll be a fun event this year. I think since we actually got up to 90 miles an hour, we should probably start to think about slowing down a little bit. I Will Eat You says some people complain about DLCs having high prices. Oh, look, it's okay to complain. And for the people who complain, wait for a sale. Nothing wrong with that. If you can put up with the FOMO, then, yeah, just grab yourself one at a sale. Because, you know, there's plenty of them. There's not nearly as many on consoles and as there are on PC, but there's still quite a few. There's three decent sales a year on consoles. And on Steam, there's like a sale every couple of days, because Steam seems to have an excuse for a sale every day, so it's life, it's how it works. No. I Will Eat You says, livery pack I would like would be the Flying Scotsman livery pack. Is there a Flying Scotsman livery pack for a 158, is there? Or do you mean one for the Scotsman? Glasgow Queen Street is on Edinburgh Glasgow. It's on Cathcart too. I think that's Glasgow Queen Street, isn't it? Or am I being silly? Nigel says sometime within the next fortnight is your speculation. Fair enough. Northern Irish says, I hope GD is on the live stream Dovetail Direct. I don't know. He's still around. He is still one of the community. In fact, he is the community manager, I think. So he's in charge of the others. Ben Davis asks, can we have a look at the timetable? Of course we can. We had a look before, but we will choose a daytime run soon, so we'll have a look then. One mile to go, near enough. I Will Eat You says, information designer, I found the Rosa Line wagons with Christmas presents, even though I can't find a Christmas scenario for a Rosa Line. Yes, there is. It's seasonal. You must be in December. But there definitely is one. Actually, did it come out with the update? The second DLC for a Rosa? It might have been in that. So this time I'm braking too hard. Just in case there's someone who hasn't heard it. Thought you'd want to know. So now I'm over braking after last time. Power back on again. Kuminati says DLC criticism is because mainstream gamers have to buy DLC for a complete game. Sim gamers buy what they're interested in. Yeah, that is basically it. You buy as much as you want to buy. If you're just interested in the ICE train, for example, then buy the DLCs that have ICEs. If you're just interested in 385s or something like that, or 700s, then buy the ones that you like. It's all good. There's no wrong answers. Oh, bridge. Shortest bridge up. Must do it. Must do it. There we go. Had a bit of an issue with a tree. Usually do on outside cameras. It's just my luck. I'll just roll in here, and then we'll go and open up the doors again. I'm only 5 minutes late. How did I get to be 5 minutes late? Terrible. Let's go Central is on Cathcart. Ah, okay. For some reason I thought they were the same station, just different ends of it. But that sounds like that's not true, and my assumption was just false. Come on, people. Behind the yellow line. That's where I scare the crap out of you. There we go. And we'll go into full service and jump out. And go and do guard mode again, because it's kind of fun. It's silly, but it's fun. In you get. Ah, don't come here. I'll run over me. Push me around. The passengers in this game are so rude. They push you around and they get in and then they get out again and they get in and they get out again. Where are you going, mate? You want to be on the train? No? You just want to stand there? Okay. That's fine. And these ones are all getting out and then they're getting back in again. I love passengers in this game. They're funny. One day all this stuff will get fixed and I'll be really sad. Right, you'll have to get out of the way. I need to lock the doors. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh, now you get out. Fair enough. Alright, doors down the back are closed. Now, what do you want to do? In or out? You're like my cat. What are you going to do? You're going to stand there? You're going to stop me getting in now? Right, I'm getting in while you're done. You're just going to block me again, aren't you? Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Don't make me open the other doors. Yay. Can I do the button in front of her? Can I? No, not that one. I want the local button. Come on. Get on the button. There it is. Yay, and she's gone. Okay. That was pretty funny. Good night, Oddfellow. Glad I saw that. No, I don't want to give it up. Wasn't that long being a guard, was I? Okay. Alright. Brakes off. Acknowledge the guard. And away we go again. Belmont. And then we'll have a look at the timetable and we'll do one during the day. Catching up with chat again. Northern Irish Train Spotter says it will be just content for Train Sim World. Yeah, there's a lot of other products in the stable, my man. And if you think you're going to goad some kind of slip out of me, it won't work. Because you know why? I don't actually know. So you can't get anything out of me. Nigel says, I hope you have found who is responsible. Yeah, so do I actually. It's been rather disruptive for the community. Northern says Glasgow Central is Cathcart. Yep, we went through that. Thank you. I Will Eat You said he made a Halloween HST livery. Ah, cool. Northern says, we're same as last year because there's new things coming to Train Sim World and the Roblox Tycoon experience. Well, I just suggest wait and see. Because you don't know what's coming. I don't know what's coming. We will all find out together on the live stream. Meanwhile, plenty of people will pretend to know what's coming. Must be going downhill, we're speeding up quicker. Mark says, for realism, will we ever get a driver's strike on UK routes? That would be funny. For tierism, you have to get round a picket line and sit on the train going nowhere. I actually had to change one of my plans at one point because there was a strike and I had to use a bus. Do you know how disappointing it is for a trained person to use a bus? But that's okay. Turned out I should have used a whole lot more buses, because that's when I found out that you could go for about 100 miles in a bus and it was £2. So instead of paying £25 on the train, I could have paid £2 on the bus. But that's life. I won't speculate on which leaks are real and which ones are fake. I will eat you. You guys are absolutely welcome to talk about them. This is your chat as much as mine. Why is the little cat stuck on? Go away, cat. Oh well. It's stuck. There it goes. I don't know why it was stuck. But anyway. So Florian thinks that a strike should be a scenario. Well, it could be fun. Let's just keep the power on till we're a mile out and then brake really hard. That should work. Chase the Fox, hello. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I've had the double yellow. I suppose I should start slowing down. Actually, I've got a tutorial that's gone live, but let's do a tutorial lesson. I'll have to talk for a minute with a train that's stopped. But that's okay. That'll be fine. What just puffed away? I will eat you. I'll not acknowledge this signal deliberately. There we go. It's starting to stop. We have got the brake demand light on up there. So you just put your brakes into full service. You can acknowledge it to stop the horrible noise. You see the sander light is on. The train will come to a stand. And then you have to wait for the light to go out. This is okay. We will have a look at the timetable, Ben Davis, after we finish the service. I haven't forgotten. Better go and apologise to the passengers. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Didn't press the yellow button. Sorry, 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 sorry. It's very Japanese, isn't it? Sorry, sorry, sorry. It actually happened in Japan. A train was running late. And the guy came over and he apologised. It's like, I'm very sorry. We're running a minute late. It's like, yeah, okay. Alright, the line has got out. So here's the complex reset procedure. You release the brakes. And then you go and drive. That's it. Very complex, isn't it? What else have we got in the chat? Will there be a countdown like last year? I don't know. We'll find out. I Will Eat You says, I remember going to transit livery for DBBR101 and IC coaches and put it in Oakville. Well, why not? Oakville's kind of cool. It's a little bit aged now compared to some of the more spectacular routes, but the actual route itself's quite playable, and in free roam it's actually a lot of fun because you can go to all of those yards that you could see before but not actually get to. You think pride flags look beautiful. Fair enough. We will go to Glasgow Queen Street, don't worry. Don't panic. Kuminati says, 3 passengers just want to get home. Yep. They just give you that look. It's like, can you just drive? And you go, nah. Chase DeFox says, just had dinner, so I'm good. I just had dinner as well. I took the soup that my son made yesterday and turned it into a different kind of soup. Because, you know, why would I make my own? We take turns cooking. You like Holiday Express, so I will eat you. Here we are, coming into Polmont. Something interesting I noticed about the PIS in UK. It says the train has arrived just before it comes into the platform, and I was thinking, that's very sneaky, because it makes it look like it's on time, when perhaps it's a little bit late. Alright, we have come to Polmont, so we will let these people out, and then we will shut this train down. Assuming another driver doesn't just take it over, which is possible. We'll see. Alrighty, let's go and let the people out. Get out of the way this time. You don't actually have to do this, of course. You can just press your usual buttons on your keyboard or controller. But should you wish to do this, you of course can. And I'm doing it because it's a novelty. And route map. Come on, people. Get out. Don't want to get out? Alright, that's fine. We have to shut this train down anyway, I assume, unless it's going off to another driver. I think this is where we're stopping this one. It is indeed. So pop on the DRA. Brakes are in full service already. You're in off. I'll leave this stuff for the moment because I don't want the door system to stop working. I want to be able to lock it up so we can finish this. Close. Very good. A couple of people did eventually get out up there. And close that one. And we've finished. Okay. How'd we do? How did we do? Good. Oh. Okay. Main menu. I'll return to timetable. That'll do. So I assume this is the timetable you wanted to look at. So these are all the 158 services. There are rather a number of them. In fact, if I go back one level, we'll actually be able to see how many there are, I think, won't we? No, we just come straight in here. There is somewhere you can see where they are. But there's rather a lot. So there's, what, 1, 2... no, it's about 3 pages worth. So it's about 30 or 40 of them. Let's pick something during the day this time. We'll start at Glasgow Queen Street because people want to have a look around. And we'll run a long one. Why not? Why not? And let's go for custom weather, light clouds, touch of fog because I can. And July, it's a bit summery. What about April? Bit of autumn going on. So we'll get this train ready and then we'll pop out and we'll have a look around Glasgow Queen Street for you since you wanted to. And daylights. The thing is quite happily rail driver compatible. Alright, actually we don't need to walk around Glasgow Queen Street, do we? Sit in the seat, let's get the doors open, let's go for a fly. So the station hasn't really changed very much. But it does have extra services now because it's got these beasties, the 385s, and it's got our beasties. So you will see more trains in here. It's not a dramatically busy station. But sometimes during the day on peak hour you'll see a few more. We departed from over here last time. Can you get to the other platforms through here? I don't know. Never tried. Platform 9. It's down there. Ooh. No, you can't go down there. So I assume that's their subway thing. Someone will know. Anyway, let's have a look at the beastie. This is the Scotrail train. We'll run a little bit of this one and then I'll do something in the snow so we can see what kind of snow textures it gets. It's kind of cool. I was wondering about this texturing at first and then I looked it up and went, no, it's actually right. We should get the flock. I better get in here and turn off DRA though. We won't go anywhere very far. Right, let's get down here. Should signal him back, but I'm lazy. So we've seen this new timetable. We've seen Glasgow Station. Into the tunnel we go. I'll turn on the cab lights, even though you would not do this. I better behave myself though. It's a 20-mile-an-hour limit. Where did we get up to? Oakville and Sandpatch are the only routes that have free play scenarios. Though they're useless. No, they're not the only ones. A couple of the other American runs have free play as well in the yards. Yeah, and they have kind of been supplanted a bit by free roam, you're correct, where you can place your own trains wherever you want. Do you know, I should probably leave some power on, or we're just going to slide to a halt and then go backwards. Tees still looks decent. It does. Sandpatch, can't remember if I already said it's CS6 heavy haul, but it is. Yes, it is heavy haul. It was one of the... Was it the original route? I think it was. You like a lot of rivet stuff, I will eat, you says. Fair enough. There is a new timetable. It's got the 158 in it. There's 2. BR Class 31 looks better on NTP, I guess. That train guy says, welcome back to Scotland. Watch out for drunk folks, because they are dangerous. Ooh, them fighting words, young man. I've got drunk... I was about to say I've got drunk relatives. I have Scottish relatives. They're going to hate on me for saying I've got drunk relatives, aren't they? I'm not going to be popular. But as they say in the classics, that's okay. Oh, you wanted to look at the platform departure boards at Queen Street. That's the other Glasgow you're thinking of. Or did you want to look at the actual PIS at Queen Street? We could probably still do that, because this thing's going to go to Croy. It's going to be a long while, so if we fly through the tunnel, catch up with this train, and pass it. This could end up going badly. Yes, like this. Hopefully I can get back into the world when I get to the station. Can I get in? Let me in, let me in. There's got to be a hole somewhere to get back in. There we go. Gotcha. You want to look at PIS. That would be up here if there is any. There's some. Let's go Queen Street. One for Annie's Land. Lower. There you go. There's a PIS. Just for you guys. Is there more boards around here somewhere? Not sure. It's been a while since I've looked at this station. Oh, he's waking up. We're going to get it back onto our train though. Otherwise it'll get so far we won't be able to get back to it. It does have blinds. You can drive blind if you wish. And I don't know if I've found a button to turn on that fan yet. Let's have a look. Is there one? It does have the compressor startup, if you wish. So if you want to speed it up, you can. I don't know if I've got a switch for the fan anywhere. Things you never even think to try. But we'll take this one up to Croy. And then we might do one in winter, so you can see what the winter textures look like. I will eat you says the Class 40 Whistler and 20 Chopper make similar sounds. Well, they're a similar engine, so you shouldn't be too surprised that they make similar sounds, really. not that surprising, is it? A little bit of acceleration on, not a lot. That train guy wishes they'd make a steam era route in Scotland. Well, you can run the Flying Scotsman up here if you want to. That's available in, that's on Fife. Yeah, it is on Fife. With a rail tour. Let's jump on the platform, watch the train come past. Whoosh. That was worthwhile, wasn't it? All that effort. Our Elite Fuel says I will be waiting for DTG starts doing steam engines again. I don't think they probably will for some time. I know they'd love to, but Matt has said publicly that they're not planning on doing any more steam. So we shall see how that goes. My suspicion is that steam is a perhaps a little bit of a black hole. Is my mic up a bit loud for you guys? Maybe it's okay. That train guy wants me to crash into another train. I don't know, I don't want to crash into another train. I'm having fun not crashing. We should open a window, shouldn't we, so we can hear the sounds, hear the ambience. I Will Eat You wants a new Canadian route that takes place in Toronto. It would be amazing if it's a freight route with passenger stations. I'm driving my Go Transit livery Baby Bullet on it. Fair enough. There's a few of those in the Creators Club. Yes, train crashes do tend to injure passengers. They make a little bit of a mess too. Is anyone else surprised when you press this button and half the time you end up in a tree? Squirrel. 5 miles to Croy. I Will Eat You prefers the classic controls and is still using them. That's okay, that's why they're there. Kuminati says director mode in the game would be great. Pause the world, place the cameras and record a train going past. Kind of can with photo mode. You do get to pause the world, but you can't make the trains run again. And I Will Eat You thinks that's dictator mode. Fair enough. Has anybody got any questions about this train? Is there anything you'd like to look at? You just want to see me bore my way through the Scottish landscape. About as quickly as it can. We are almost at the maximum speed for the train. Hello, Mark Moss. How are you? Florian says, according to the 158 Coming Soon article, there are also AI services for the Class 170 and the 801 Azuma and the GWR HST on this route. Well, that is quite conceivable. I haven't seen any as yet, but it is certainly possible. We're at 88 miles an hour. This is where the flames come out the back and we go into the future. We meet with Doc Brown. Kuminati would like a dictator mode. Excellent. Any particular flavour of dictator? There's a few to choose from in recent history. Don't tell anyone, but we've gotten to 92 miles an hour. We'd better start winding the excitement back, I think, or I'll end up doing another Nebworth. Let's coast the rest of our way in. train guy likes NTP when it's raining. Imagine what it would look like with volumetric fog and raining. That would be cool. Kuminati would like to dictate routes and locos to DTG. What would you pick? What route would you do? What locomotives would you do? Let's find out. Train guy says, does it connect to the 170? I haven't tried. I suppose I could spawn them both and we could give that a crack. Nigel says, just received a message from DTG that Skyhook have released a video too. I imagine so. They've put out a few over the last few days. They're getting quite active on the community front. Adam, I have to say, does do some very nice controller work with doing the theatrical videos. Did I miss a bridge shot? Yes, I did. How are you going, Mark Moss? Are you well? Everybody well, I hope? TSW 2020 is nostalgic, even if it came out in 2019. Do you know why I think TSW 2020 and TSW 2 are quite nostalgic for people? Because we were all locked in our houses and we had nothing better to do than drive trains. So it gave us something to do. It came along, perfect timing. Something that would gobble up the hours. Ah, near enough. Get down here before I open the doors. And that would be the left-hand doors, wouldn't it? See how it simulates having a guard somewhere and one set of doors opens and the others do? That's kind of cool. Oh, well, Ichu is going to revisit 2020. I could. I've still got it. It's in Steam. Kuminati wants 3801 Sydney Central to Newcastle in the 1950s. That could work. You know what I reckon I'd do? The 1988 race between the R-Class, the 3801, the Garrett, and what was the little one? There was a little one there as well, another New South Wales train. I can't remember which one it was. Off we go to Falkirk. Let's drop out of this service here. Let's jump into one in winter. We have a look at snow textures. I think that would be a good thing to do. And we want to try and put a 170 and a 158 together. We can do that. Let's just do one of these. Edinburgh, Glasgow. Go back to Glasgow again. How about Edinburgh to Dunblane, and we'll go into December, I guess, would be about the right time for snow. Bit of dynamic weather going on. Bit of snow. Light snow? No, proper snow. And fog. And get started. Irelitu says TSW 2020 is currently installing. Well, fair enough. Let's get this train set up. We'll get it out in the snow and see what it looks like in the snow. I always turn that the wrong way. Silly. Get those doors open and put on the AWS. I'd like to be able to sit down and just watch the train. So we can see it's got a bit of snow texture on it. That's snow texture rather than no texture. Couplers have snow in them, which is nice. Often the couplers are quite bare. Looks a little bit grubby on the outside, which I also like. It is a very clean train on the inside. There's snow here and there in a few little spots. Do you know? I really don't think there'd be snow there. Because unless I miss my guess, that is a muffler. It could be a reservoir, but I think that's a muffler. I don't think there'd be snow on a muffler somehow. Yeah. I think I might mention that to Adam. I don't think there should be snow on the exhaust. I really don't. Oh well. Let's go and jump back in this thing. Doors closed. Time to go. Get the DRA off. Release the Kraken. Wait for the doors to finish. Wait for the buzz. On guard. There we go. Away we go. One more. Oops, I ran into a chair. Get off the tracks. I haven't seen one, but someone did say it's on the route as AI. But I'm not sure I've actually got it installed. I might leave joining them together for Sunday's stream. Unless I've got it installed, because I don't think people want to sit here and watch me install software. It's not very exciting. Oof bigu. Ooh, too fast already. There goes my platinum medal. Bummer. Florian likes the idea of 3801. I can understand that. So I'm from Victoria, and you know, Melbourne people, we're designed to hate Sydney people. Sydney people are designed to hate Melbourne people, but we can all agree 3801's cool. You know, for a horrible moment then, I thought the game was going to crash, but no, it didn't. It recovered. Whatever little connection it was having then, it came back. I Will Eat You says TSW4 is an improvement. We can make livery scenarios, place down trains on routes and make our own consistent formations. Yes, we can. I think we could make liveries in 3. Memory? Make our own scenarios in 3 as well. That train guy says a route I would like to be made, make DTG make, be the Aberdeen Road with the LNER Class A4, LMS 3F Ginty and Robinson 04 with the 4F Jubilee and 8F layering on, of course. That sounds like a plan. I like that idea. Going to be stopping at Haymarket in a moment. I Will Eat You wants the livery limit extended. Yeah, do bad things to consoles. Do bad things to your average PC too. Because even though most people think they have a gaming PC, what they actually have is a large brown fruit called a potato. Is it a fruit or is it a tuber? There's a question. Alright, Haymarket it is. You could stop now, Haymarket. Honest. I know you go slippy in the snow, but, you know. I have transmission fault lights on. Did I just stall my train? I think I might have. I think I stalled the train then. My lights went off again. The engine's still running. Oh yeah. That was interesting. Fairly interesting. Well, we have got snow landing on the windows, which was good. Like most trains in TSW, you don't get a lot on the roof. I'd love to see more on the roof, not just around the vents. Because, yes, I know it would blow off when we're moving, but how cool would it be if the roof got covered in snow and it all blew off when you left? That'd be good. Doors we have. Since it is so slippery, drop a bit of sand. Ooh. She doesn't like being slippery. I like how it's got a light that says train. It's like, no, we know it's a train. Do we need a light that lights up that tells us it's a train? This one here is the one I'm talking about. I don't think that was on before. There's a strange noise coming from somewhere. A big transformer or something. Oh, it's coming out of my train. Have I made a train fault, perhaps? Is it a button I can press? No. Let's just bring it to a stand. That's kind of cool if you can break the train. I like this. So the light's gone out now. Still got the noise though. Oh, let's be brave. Let's shut that one down. And start it up again. Hopefully it starts that unit up. Don't want to try and drive this with only one. Let's go off gentle this time. Haven't got any lights on. Oh, I think I've done well. I think I've done well. That started? I think it did. I think I heard it rev up. Let's try. Yes, it did. It's interesting how the basic engine noise kept going even though I stopped it. Well, it could be the other one, I suppose. There are two engines on these things. We don't have our train fault light now. Florian thinks there's a 170 parked in the depot. There is. Look at that. Alright, now we need to try and connect them together, don't we? Let's just do it. Let's do it. Will it let me put a 170 here? I don't want to can't do that. Oh, of course, because I'm in a train. Let me just get out. Whee! Spawn train. 70. You'll do fine. Can I put it right in front of me? No. So we're going to have to find a yard to put it in. So we're going to need to spawn over there, aren't we? Alright, so is this a 170 up here? If it is, we'll spawn a 158 right in front of it. if it'll let us. It is a 170, so let's spawn a 158 here. Maybe that one, in fact. 4 car empty. 6 car empty, in fact. Let's do a 4 car empty so it fits. Can't. That must be set up for a service, I think, or it would let me do it. Ah, but what we can do... I can put one there. Okay. Let's do that. Because if I drive that forwards and then set that switch back and drive back down there, we'll be able to do that. That'll work. There's a lot of units here. Let the experimentation begin. You know all those things they tell you not to do in a live stream? We appear to be doing it. Yes. Now I just put that there. Why has it got a formation? Anyway, let's put it in reverse. Not going to bother with AWS. Better get some wiper action happening, or we're never going to be able to see anything. Just have to hope there's no red signals behind me up here. Oops, did I forget DRA? Yes, I did. Right, now we can move. Alright. There is a signal here. So I'll have to stop before we get to that. I think we can do that. I think that'll be okay. Maybe. Only got to get the back of it past this switch. Is it gonna fit? Is it gonna fit? Maybe? It's gonna be very close. Whether it fits before that signal. And we can change the switch. It's gonna be super close. Let's just go look up the front. We've got a bit more room. We don't need much. Just don't want to cross that little boundary there. Alright, let's whip back and see if we can change these points now. Can. Yes. Alright. Did I need to change another set of points? No, I don't think so. No, that's fine. Alright, into forwards. And let's go and couple up. Let's see. I haven't even tried to couple two 158s together. Sydney Katoomba would be very good. Kunati says, imagine a train sim world with every railway and every loco. Did I just derail a train? Oh, how did I do that? No way. Let's spawn back in the yard and try this a different way. Train depot, timetable. Actually, that's not what I want. I want to choose a route. Edinburgh, Glasgow, timetables, Printer Express. So there is now 2 timetables. One has got all of those things, and the other one's got the 158 and the 385. On foot, and we want to go to Eastfield Depot. Actually, we could do it in a station. Could we? Maybe? Could try in a station. Why are we trying a station? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? So if we race up here, and we'll spawn one here. Actually, we'll be able to spawn one out in the tunnel. There's not really enough room here, is there? I had to make this work. Okay, spawn train. 170. Let's put you right there. And if we can, spawn another one here. 158. And what's the shortest one we can do? 4 cars. 4 cars empty. 2 cars. Lovely. No, we'll go empty though. Oh, we want to do it over here. Hasn't got a pass. Should let me do it. Does. Right. Now we can answer the question. Or it'll just explode again. We'll see. I'm determined to answer this question. Come on, let me in. Let me in, let me in, let me in. I have to guess at the coupling setup too, because like I said, I haven't actually tried. Alright, master key. Forwards, eventually. Let's do markers only, actually, so we don't blind ourselves. Release the brakes, release the DRA. Now, do you just run into each other, or do you have to press the couple button first? Let's press the couple button. Do you have to press the couple button in both of them? I don't know. I don't have any movement. Why do I have no movement? I did turn that on, didn't I? I'm in forwards. Why wouldn't I be allowed to move this? Is I not quite in forwards or something from Rail Driver? Oh, it's not running, is it? I don't think it's running. That one is. The 170 is. That's coming from over there. I don't think the 158's running. Let's put it back in neutral and start it. Are you going to work? Can't hear anything. Oh no, it's running. Alright, let's try again. Release the brakes. If I can't make this one move, I'll make the 170 move. It's going really well, isn't it? Why wouldn't it be able to move? Unless it's got something silly going on at the other end. Let's try and make the 170 move. I have clearly... Oh, you know why it won't move? Because I am a dummy. Right. Now to move fine. What's my HUD for? What's the rest of my HUD? There's no HUD. Alright. Brakes off. Now to move fine. There we go. Lovely. It is a nice colour. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Or will they just crash and explode? Yeah, that kind of looked like they coupled, didn't it? Alright. Let's put the DRA on. Let's press the couple button. Don't know how long you're supposed to press it for. And let's turn that off. Turn that off. Let's go up the other end. And we'll trap ourselves in the cabin. Then we'll go up the other end. And let's see if this thing can move. We'll have to give it a path. That's no great hardship. This should be the end. Experiments. Be brave when live streaming. I think I left the other one on markers, didn't I? Alright, let's give ourselves a path. It does look like it's coupled. It looks like it's together. Alright, see what happens. Let's go out round the falsy loop over here. That's not real. Confirm. Okay, let's whack off the DRA. We have got a green light. Will it go? Hang on, let's turn on our friend. And let's go. It's trying to move. I think the brakes haven't come off in the 170. Alright, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's set the DRA again. Let's put the brakes back on. And let's go down to the 170 and press its couple button. So I have to admit, I've never tried to couple them to anything. Maybe you need to press the button in both. And maybe we need to come in here and do something in this control panel too. I don't know. Couple. Yeah, this one's got brakes on. Let's see if that makes any difference. Hello, Drummy. I'm trying to answer a particularly weird question of can you join a 158 to a 170? And I've managed to couple them without them catching fire, but I'm having trouble releasing the brakes. Alright, let's give it a try. If it doesn't move, we've got the answer. I think we have the answer. I think if we fly down here, we'll leave that one purring away like a kitten. Let's see if we can see in here. I can't see the brakes. Let's open the door and go in. No, the brakes are still on. Couple. So it looks like we have the answer. It would appear that you cannot join them together and actually have them work, because you can't release the brakes. So I'll feed that back and let's do something that'll work now. That sounds like a plan to me. Main menu, and let's catch up with the chat. Yes, I broke the train. So I've had a derailment and an explosion. So we know they can't couple to the 170 now. Back in here, let's run one of the scenarios. They're not exciting, but let's run one. Let's do one on Cathcart, shall we? Why not? We've got one. No, we haven't got one on Cathcart. Let's do 5 circle then. That seems like a plan. 45 minutes. That'll do. Perth to Edinburgh. Off we go. Andrew McGee, hello. How are you? I hope you are well. Let's just go catch up with the chat while this is loading. Mechanical failures would make a good feature. Well, I think we actually we saw a mechanical failure there. I had to troubleshoot. I quite like that. Welcome to Burntisland, or Burnt Island, whatever it is. You'll be taking charge of a 1L70 to Edinburgh, departing at 10:07. Nice. Meanwhile, we're just up here doing a bit of rail fanning, it seems. Why not? It seems like a fair thing to do. This service will arrive shortly on platform 1. In the meantime, I can see a poster that needs collecting. Ah. Get away. Let go. And the route map. Can he make it? Yes. Meanwhile, the poor driver's had a heart attack. It's like, whoa! Someone jumped on the tracks. Oh, damn it. Missed the plant box. Have I got enough time to catch the plant box, do you think? Probably not. Catching up, Andrew McGee says, I can't wait for the Scotrail 158. Well, not long to wait, my friend. Not long to wait at all. Sit in the driver's seat. Those words everybody wants to hear. Welcome aboard. Key in and prepare for departure. This service calls at Aberdour, Dalgety Bay, Inverkeithing, Edinburgh Gateway, South Kyle, Haymarket, and finally Edinburgh. That seems fair. Let's get you set up. Ah, that sounds like it's got safety systems turned on by default, doesn't it? Now, are the doors open? I'm not sure. Quiet, TSD. Don't like you. Quiet. Hey, there's keys in there. It's not normally keys in there. Yes, I know. Sit down. Reset it. Get up again. Let's go see if we've got doors open. Do we? Yes. That's why it wants us to lock them. Fair enough. Alright. Close. We'll close all the doors. Because, you know, then there's a point of being guards mode. Not. Not at all. Okay. Around here. Back in the chair. Because, you know, wouldn't want to do anything pointless. Acknowledge the guard with 2 presses. Well, we won't get 2 presses because we didn't do it. Because we did it in manual mode. Set the DRE to off. Do you get the impression it's teaching us how to drive? Windows. Windows. It's a seal. Releasing the brakes might be a good idea. And then powering would be a good idea. Off we go! This incredibly professional demonstration of train handling. Hello, holy trucker. Oh, let's try and catch up with chat. We've got 2.6 miles. Ah, I Will Eat You misses the music from TSW 2020. Nigel says, well done. This is so much fun. I like watching me blow stuff up. It's always fun. Gratuitous bridge shot coming up, or perhaps gratuitous platform shot or something like that. It's kind of a bridge. See it go past. Northern Irish train spotter and plane spotters, can you spawn on... Well, we did do that. We did spawn at Glasgow Queen Street or Glasgow Central or one or the other, whichever one it is. Start accelerating. DRA again, probably. Andrew likes the colour. It is the Scotrail colour scheme. As we head towards Aberdeen. I think I had the doors closed when I tried to make them all move. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Train guy says British Chase said they'll be together on some timetable services. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for that. That wouldn't surprise me because lots of things behave poorly in free roam. I'll definitely report it and get it addressed. Vigilance. I have a faint suspicion you can't turn on vigilance yourself. I think it only works when it's turned on in a scenario. Weird though that sounds. Accelerates a bit quicker when there's only 2 of them. How are you, Drummy? Funny seeing someone do a strange offhand Go Transit Baby Bullet for Toronto. Well, we've done that before. We did a stream on that once, a long time ago. When Creators Club first came out. This seemed necessary. Hold the place signal in a tree. Start slowing down for Aberdeen. That train guy says, anyone else watch way more videos of a train you're about to get before you get it? Well, there's people watching this one, so yeah, I guess so. I can help you make a decision whether you want it. That's the whole idea of this. Ooh, that's tight, isn't it? I think it fit, but it was tight. Andrew likes his trains. I think that's why probably all the people who are watching this are here. They might not admit it though. They might not sit there and go, I like trains. You should Google ASDF, I like trains. Alrighty, let's get the doors open. We'll do it in guard mode again in case there's anybody that has not seen it. So let's just whack on the DRA. Jump out of there. There you go. And let's go over here. Don't get stuck. There we go. Okay. Panel open. And we put our little key thing in there. Press that button. Press that button. And we can go outside. Hello, hello. How about a plant pot? Poster. Anything else to collect around here? It's a cool thing about going in and out of builds all the time is you get to collect everything as many times as you want. Because everything you do gets wiped out. Is it time to go? It is time to go. Okay. Quiet you. Have you really got vigilance going off when I'm not even sitting in the chair? You do, don't you? Right. Back doors shut yet? Yes, they have. Okay, let's shut these ones. We could try creating them together as a formation. We could definitely do that. It's not a bad idea, in fact. Quite like your thinking. DRA. Buzz back. And go. Forwards, not backwards. The reason that TSW4 has the same voices as 2020 is because it's Matt. And some of them are his wife. Criminati's got to head out. It is getting towards that time. It's only 8:30. I thought it was later than that. Andy says, you know, let's try the formation. We will do that. Criminati says, good stream, thank you. Nigel says, have they changed the station name at the end of this platform which says Glasgow, not Burntisland? I think we just got up to the next one though, didn't we? We did. I didn't see that early enough to have a look, I'm sorry. We should spawn there on foot and have a look. I Will Eat You says, I do not wish the goblins in Gomla Line could be like NPCs running away from you and have to chase them and capture it. Yeah. The goblins were different once upon a time. Yeah, Cat's heard another cat outside. I never like seeing this default texturing. Just cover it up. See how it's looking, how much nicer it looks when it's got proper grass on it, not like that. Don't like default texturing. Dalgetty Bay coming up. A great Wolfpack series, you reckon? See you later, Florian. Shall we make a formation with a 170 and a 158 and give it a try? Oh, starting to rain. Do the wipers work? There's a question. We know they work in snow. They appear to work. Yeah, they certainly seem to. If that switch does anything. No. Is it getting rain on the outside of the windows? It's always hard to tell in this camera. Oh, I should probably stop. Come on, train. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Don't give me 2 Nebworths in one day. Oh no, 2 Nebworths in one day. Oh well, we'll just pretend that never happened. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who wish to get off at the last station, tough titties. You can get off at the next one and go back. We'll let you. I was setting up a pole and almost missing another station. Start. Alright, we're going to stop at this one, honest. We've gotten down to the right speed at least. Ankit Jaswar says this game third-party add-ons possible. Yes, definitely. This is a third-party add-on from Skyhook Games into the DTG game. There's also quite a lot of community content since the editor came out. Some of it really good, some of it really bad. But yes, it's certainly possible. Welcome to Inverkeithing on this sunny summer's day. Alrighty. Let's pretend that other station we didn't stop at. 67% of people want to see a formation. I think that probably answers the question. 71% want to see a formation. All right, let's go do a formation. That looks promising. Let's stop the poll. Doesn't get much more than that. Okay, main menu. I don't remember how to do this now. It's been a while. Nigel's got to go. Ankit says, I'm from India. I'm from Australia. Welcome from India. Now we want to go to Creators Club, don't we? Formation designers, add new. Let's be really imaginative here. 158170. That's imaginative. Formation builder, add official. 158. We'll just do a shorty. That'll do. And add official. Yeah, look at that. It would apparently. It knows that it can couple to the 170. Okay. Save. And exit. So if I come out of there now and I go and spawn on foot somewhere. To the trains. Timetable. Okay, that's not what I want. Choose a route. Fife will do fine. Timetable. On foot. Let's go somewhere in the middle so we've got a chance to do this. Cowden Beath. Seems like a good idea. Will this work? Look at that. There's a train at Cowden Beath. It's not actually in the platform, but it's here. It's not our train, though. Let's spawn one here. And if we go 158, and then we say custom 158170, spawn. Uh-huh. They're here. Interesting they drew at different times, but they're here. Alright. Can we make it work? There's the big question of the day. Let's get that closed. Don't care about passengers. Alright. Master key. Forwards. Let's not be complex. Let's try it without safety systems. Day headlights. Off. Brakes off. Will it go? This is the question. Well, it'll roll. So apparently it can release the brakes when you do it from Formation Designer, but not when you couple them together. But I might not have got the coupling steps right. Alright, let's give this little bad boy a path. 9. That would be my train there, I think. Sound right? That sounds right. We are facing that way. Alright. Set path. Where will we go? Yeah, it's a long way to the next station, isn't it? Pretty long way to the next station. This is a yard, I think. Let's go in here anyway. Alright. Good. Now let's jump out and try and hear whether the engines are working on the other one. Are you really not going to move now after you were moving before? Dairy's off. Oh. Okay, I released the brakes on the rail driver and the train didn't do it for whatever reason. Now, out of curiosity, will the engines be running? These ones are. Will the 170's engines be running? I think so. Yeah, they are. Cool, it does work. Oh, that's nifty. I will find out how to couple them properly. So, when we get down to this stopping point, what I'll do is I'll set a path back the other way and we'll drive it from the 170 and we'll see if that works. Just seems like something to do. Cool. Yeah, they're definitely running. Accelerates a bit better with a 170 on the back pushing. That's a cool thing. I Will Eat You says it's a naughty train. Okay. Well, that's good. Now we know that works. You know what else would be interesting? Hello, Violet. How are you? Speaking of naughty, someone puts in naughty and pop pops Violet. Hello, I'm naughty. We've just caused 2 trains to have sexual relations, Violet. 2 different breeds, no less. Very well timed, Violet. You know something I want to know? I want to know... Actually, I'll do it when we get there. When we get to the goods line stopping point, we will find out whether the guards panel on the 158 can open the doors on the 170. That'll be interesting. Yes, you know my community, Violet. It's not as though they encourage me to do dumb things on live streams. Not at all. I think I might want to slow down because we've got a 15 zone coming up. I need to slow down just a tad. The cat game was fun. I don't know if my my audience will forgive me for running a non-train game, but so far so good. So I should look. Let's see how it did. I'm kind of curious. I don't normally care, but let's have a look. Content. Lives. We're almost there, aren't we? Better start slowing down. The cat game. Did alright, actually. We're going a bit fast for this corner. That's okay. Don't look. It'll all be fine. Alright, full service so we don't spad. We can hope we don't spad. I don't think we're going to. I think it's going to be perfectly okay. Feels good to me. Hello, Max Gross. How have you? Have I ever thought about contributing to Google Maps? What a strange question, Max. Why would I do that? Alright, now I want to know if this thing can open the doors of the other one. Just because, you know, you need to know these things. Open. Put that on local. The easiest way to find out is go look. Yes, it can. Cool. Okay. Let's get back up here and close them again, because that's just tempting fate to try and use the other one's door close buttons. So close that. I'll knock that to closed as well. Close that and jump out before it does. Race up the other end and find out if we can drive this thing from the 170. Ah, I forgot the headlights, didn't I? Oh well. It'll be fine. Just have headlights on at both ends. No one will report us. Ooh, yes, it's like a little spaceship. The other one's slightly agricultural. Okay, doors are shut. We have got blue interlock, so we should be able to drive. Let's give it a try. DRA is off. I'm not sure. I think DRA was on. Did I not ask master key out the other end, maybe? Let's go look. Let's go look. Maybe I didn't. It'd be boring if you couldn't drive it from this end, wouldn't it? Hello, Pugface Media. Everybody's turning up. Come on, open. Yeah, I didn't master key out. Okay. So I forgot more than the headlights. There we go. Off. Master key. Tails. And you're in full service? That's fine. Okay. Now it'll work fine. I think. Maybe. That's very generous of you, Pugface Media. And congratulations to Dave Randall. You've been very quiet today, Dave. Alright, let's try that again, as they say in the classics. So, DRA's off. Got interlock. Can we go? Yes, we can. Better see if I can get a path. Ah. Remove path, confirm. Let's add a path quickly before we run through this red signal. Let's just get to there for the moment. Signal going to change? It's not. Must be another train coming. Anyway, we've answered the question, so we know we can put them together. So, how do we tell if they're together in a timetable? That's an interesting question, isn't it? How do we tell? Let's have a look. Main menu. Hello, Kraken. How are you? Maybe I should consider driving a train at Puffing Billy, says Max. I'll consider firing it. I'm doing it on Sunday. Track patrolling on Saturday. How do we find out if they're together? Maybe they're really long or something like that. Oh, it was on Fife, wasn't it? How do we tell? There's really nothing in here that tells you which is which, is it? But in theory, there's some in the timetable. Oh, well. I think let's just drive one of these in the rain and then we can call it quits for today, I think. Take you. Edinburgh to Dunblane. That seems pointless enough. Dynamic weather. Bit of September action. Bit of light rain. Bit of fog. Bit of wind. Let's go. I am well, thank you, Kraken. Kevin Reeser, hello. They all like you, Violet. Clearly. Alright, let's get you set up. AWS. That's the only thing I want to turn on there. Do we have a green signal? We do not. So we'll leave DRE on. Headlights. Unlock the doors. Brakes back to step 1. If you're going to let me go back to step 1. Doesn't look like you are going to let me go back to step 1, are you? Or is that because the DRA's on, maybe? No. What have I messed up? Do I have a non-running train? Oh, I know why. It's because the doors are open. Dummy. They hold on step 3 when the doors are open. Of course they do. Of course they do. We'll know this for sure in a moment. Come on. Buzz, buzz. Come on, guard. Come on, guard. Come on. Okay, let's go. That's better. Northern Irish train spotter. Can you see the 170 at Glasgow Street on the Scotrail Express route? Well, maybe, but this is about 158. That's a fairly long 158. Bit of rain. Before we head into the tunnel. The Great Tunnel of Love. Kevin asks, is it not officially yet? No, it's about 24 hours away, Kevin. And then it will be out. Violet's hi, Kraken, saying hello to everybody. Kraken asks, what do you think will be announced on Dovetail Direct? I won't speculate because I'm an ambassador. And I would just get my bum kicked. But feel free to speculate. Go for your lives. I think it'll be a fun event. Speed limits. That'll do. Speed limits. What do people think of the 158 so far? It has got a little funny quirks, like you can turn this on but it doesn't display anything. And I've managed to derail it once. That was funny. There won't be any liveries for the 158 yet, I will eat you. Besides, I'm not actually connected to Dovetail Live in this build, because you can't. Because I'm in the preview build, which is close to what will come out tomorrow, but not quite the same. Max says, not enough enemies in this game. Where are the zombies and werewolves? Behind you, Max. Max is a pineapple specialist. Just for the rest of the people watching. He's absolutely excellent at pineapples. Grows them all of the time. How's the rash, Max? I thought it was you that had the rash. Max is also very naughty, in case you haven't noticed. But, you know, being a pineapple expert, he can afford to be a little bit naughty from time to time. I will eat you would like DTG to add the P42 Genesis. Kraken asks, how different is the driving experience from the other 158? Well, you can break this one. Did you notice the transmission fault unit and train lights just came on then? So this one actually has faults that you can pause if you brake too hard when it slides. It accelerates a little slower than the other one, and I've chatted with a real 158 driver who was in the beta before we all got altered. And he said that it's actually just like a real one, whereas the same wasn't said about the Midland one. So there are a few differences between this and the Midland one appearance-wise as well. Inside, it's different layout, different liveries. Tam says, I look forward to Peak Forest update with the BR104. Even no stream, no part of DTG. You never know, maybe third party might do something in the future. I very much look forward to Peak Forest with the 104, actually. It'll come. I believe they're doing another logo too. So we'll see what happens in the future. Sorry about being a bit vague, but I can't remember what's been announced. It's been a little while since the roadmap. Kraken hopes it's West Coast Main Line because it's a local railway as well as a favourite. Fair enough. We shall see, won't we? Northern Irish Transporter and Plane Spotter. Paul, can you try spawning on foot? We did before. I Will Eat You is currently making a Via Rail livery on the F125. Why not? Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead. That driver also commented the sounds are particularly good on this. Violet says bromeliads rock. Cool. Benjamin's brain in the jar. Hello. What was with the odd turquoise lighting as you entered the tunnel there? This route has not had the correction for eye adaptation with tunnels. So it used to happen with all of them, but the DTG route's got it fixed and this one hasn't yet. It is a bit weird, isn't it? Got it. So, Edinburgh Park, or is it Edinburgh Park? I don't know. You Scottish people can tell me. Should ask my relatives. I do have Scottish relatives. Strange as though that may seem. both on the family I married into and on my mum's side of the universe. Scots everywhere. Since we haven't got DSD turned on, we'll go and visit the passengers again. Hello. Just thought I'd come and say hello, yeah. Train will drive itself. It'll be fine. What could go wrong? Nothing. No, look at me. Look away. Good. Alright, I'll go drive the train. You guys have really got no adventure. Kraken says this month is very Scotrail focused. Well, it's about to be German focused soon. We have got the Expert 101 that I'm both looking forward to and dreading. Because it's... I suspect with the name Expert, I expect complexity. Half Scottish. No, it's less than that. My family on my mum's side came here on the first fleet on both sides of the bars. There were Scots in that part of the family, and my brother-in-law married a Scot, so there's lots of Scots in the family. They're everywhere. Now, if you weren't in the stream before, if you just go to break 1, it doesn't stop very much, but if you go to break 2 and then back to break 1, you get a stronger braking effort in break 1. No worries, Benjamin. So, nowhere near half Scottish, much smaller than that. Gab says, my great-grandmother was Scottish and her original house is still standing to this day. That's pretty cool. Oh, is it time for another Nebworth? Don't read chat when arriving at stations. It's bad for you. Uh-oh, we've got flickering on our transmission. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. We're going to have some doors in the platform. Yes, we are. Perfection. Oh, let's go and do it in guard mode. Why not? Guard mode. In fact, let's not do it from here because we don't want to open that one because people will fall out. We'll do it from up here. I think this one's got a panel, does it? It does. Excellent. Things you can just randomly try and it works. Keep that one open when we shut the others. Did it open that one? It did anyway. Cam Walker says, I love the fact we're getting all the Scotrail stuff. There is only Inter 7 City Hat class. 156, 318, 320 and 334. Then we have all the Scotrail stuff. Glad DTG got good working status with Scotrail. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff, isn't there? Kraken says the 101 preview stream has been moved. Oh, I'm not surprised. There's a lot going on at the moment that's probably distracting them. So we close the doors, and that will close everything except ours, says he confidently, not having ever tried not using the front door. Appeared to work. And then we close ours. Half Nebworth, said Gav. And then, of course, we race back up here and go, that wasn't us. No, I'm the guard. I'm not going to drive the train. No, that's like Clark Kent and Superman. You just can't see us both in the same place at the same time. And off we go. See? Nothing to see here. Perfect. Michael says, see a log TSW5 on YouTube. I know you will have there, but I know you'll not tell me more about it. TSW5C, 3 new layouts for TSW5. I can't talk about leaks, Michael, you know that. And you will have to wait until August the 20th to find out what's real and What's not? Because that's the big reveal day. There is a stream coming. Let me get everybody a link, in fact. Why not? That's a good idea. Let me get it for you. So they have a live. No. Train Sim World channel. Live things coming up. Dovetail Direct. There it is. Share. Copy. Violet has a little Scottish blood as well. It's to go with your fiery Italian blood, no doubt. And that is on August the 20th, 1400 UTC, which is about midnight for the Aussies. So I'll be up watching it, as you do. 11 miles to Linlithgow. It's a good thing it was a long way. Bye, train. We'll go with it, shouldn't we? I was trying to figure out whether the windows were actually getting wet before. Since we've got a long way to Linlithgow, let's go and sit in there and see if the windows are getting wet, because I'm curious. You can certainly see the rain. Let's go in here. Oh yeah. No, they are. Look. I was thinking they weren't, but they are. I suspect for performance reasons it only starts to gather when you're near them. So if we go down here, have a look at this window for example. Yeah, as soon as you come down here it starts getting wet. But before you get there, it's not. Yeah, there it goes, it starts getting wet. Yep, okay, we've answered that question. The windows do get wet. Mid-Coast Bricks, hello to you too. Caleb Keppel, it's 5 AM, just waking up. Well, welcome to the stream. With our little 158, we're heading off to Linlithgow at the moment for a fairly long haul. I hope you're good, Michael. Thank you for signing up for membership again the other day, that was cool. Mid-Coast Brick says it's 9 PM in Australia. Well, yes, that's where we are. That's on August the 20th, that live stream from Dovetail to show what all the things coming up over the next year are. So it's a little while away yet. Almost a month. $80 miles an hour, we are only allowed to do 90 in this beastie. I'm sorry that I can't comment on leaks and things like that, but it's just not a good thing for an ambassador to do. Caleb says, I finally picked up the Feather River Enhanced route on Train Sim Classic. That's cool. Are you enjoying it? Of course there's a pole. It's pretty noisy out here, isn't it? Oh, gratuitous bridge shot, going the wrong way. Come on, gratuitous bridge, giant bridge. There we go. We're going a bit quick across the giant bridge because we're naughty. That's okay. We'll be back up to 90 again soon. I found myself drawn back to Train Sim Classic a little bit recently. I've been playing it a bit. I may even be able to do some extra live streams. Am I being naughty again? Clearly I am. Oh no, we're back to 90 now. It's all good. All good. Nothing to see here. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Caleb says, yes, I was born in Quincy where the route runs through, so it's a special one. Excellent. How close to reality is it, do you think? Local knowledge is always the best knowledge. No, it doesn't beep when you get to 100. It goes into the future when you get to 88, though. Mind you, I shouldn't say that. We're sitting on 89 right now. There's that lovely blueness, Benjamin. Have I ever crashed a train because the chat distracted you? Yes. Yes, I have. Yes. We ended up rather upside down. Slightly embarrassing. Let's see if we can get to 100 in the 4.8 miles. I'm not allowed to do 100, but let's see if we can. I'm curious. Caleb says it's 80% accurate. That's not too bad for an effort from people that probably don't live there. Ooh, we're inside. Okay. Hello, people, from your disembodied driver. The next station is Polmont. No, it's not. The next station is Linlithgow. Oh dear, we found a bug. Uh-oh. When's that? 2 hours 14 in. So been a bug for that. Bugface Media is here for the cat game. Ooh, I'll have to do that again then. For those who missed the cat game, let me get you a link. It's Little Kitty Big City. It's a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed it. It's done better than I thought, given this is a train channel. And it's got about half the views that my train ones get. There you go. There's a link to Little Kitty Big City from last Sunday. We could always do some more cat game one day. Violet says I have a rule. I don't look at chat while I'm singing. Well, that might make you swear while you're singing. So, Caleb says it's probably due to limits of TSC's engine. The only industry in Quincy is a rail-served London mill. Well, I wouldn't think so. The engine really shouldn't impact that. We should probably start slowing down because we're not terribly far out of Linlithgow for something that's doing nearly 100 miles an hour. I have played Stray, Caleb. I really quite enjoy it. I'm actually stuck at one of the spots in Stray at the moment. I've finally got to the last bit where you get through the sewers to go up. And I have not been able to get out of there yet, so I've put it aside for a little while because it was starting to infuriate me. But I'll come back to it. I'll work it through. Benjamin's Brandon Jar said, is the correct tunnel driver lighting going to be added eventually? It's actually a feature of the route, not the train. So I would hope they do, because all the other TSW4 routes have got it, so we can hope. I think Rivet probably just didn't know about the fix. Pugface Media says, lol, melon on head. Oh, there's many other things on the head on that pug. There's corn cobs and bananas and devil's hats and all sorts of things in that game. You attempted to press the big red button. Okay. Doesn't do anything. That one might. I wonder if we left some of our train behind then. Wouldn't that be funny? Alright, let's stop for Linlithgow. Bit quick. Bit quick. We're sliding. We're sliding. More brakes. What? More brakes. More brakes. I can't leave the brakes on hard because it does bad things to the train. We're good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Just come down here and rail fan the train out. Actually, we should sit on top of the little wall, shouldn't we, for a rail fan? Rail fan would be on the track. PIS does say Dunblane. That's good. What does the horn sound like? It sounds horny, Pug. Which means it sounds like a police car. God, everybody does that, surely. When I was in the UK, I discovered that they don't actually use the train horns very much. It's not like here. The switcher says our trains you had to have 0 in the brake pipe to uncouple. Oh, that's good. I think when I released the brakes, I was a bit too quick on the throttle then. That sounds better. Oh, you can press the big yellow mushroom. That won't hurt anything. Surprised no one's asked if it's got suspension, because no, it doesn't. Hopefully it will when they turn on the suspension update. I was kind of hoping it would come out with this, but it didn't. Violet says, big exhale, tiny inhale. Might have to try another coupling exercise, but I'll do it on Sunday rather than today. So we'll try another couple up to get the 158 and the 170 to work without using Formation Designer, but they do work if you use Formation Designer for sure. Which is cool. Slow down. See, now that we're going to Polmont, what does it say in the PIS now? Let's go have a look. Don't you want to know? I want to know. The next station is Polmont. See, now it's right. But it was not right before. See how uncomfortable they get when I go in there? Oh no, he's back. Caleb says, oh yeah, that's a pain in the butt. If you like games like that, there is a game that takes place on Mars. It's called Fort Solis. I've heard of that, actually. I don't have it, but I've heard of it. Pug says here in California, they approve building a rail from Southern California to Las Vegas through the desert. I can't wait to ride it. Well, you know, it'll depend on your federal politics. If you know who gets in, you can forget about any public transport projects. It's just not what he does. The scenery heading up to Las Vegas from Southern California is pretty good, I have to admit. It's not just all sand. It's quite pretty. This is called being a backseat driver. It's very loud for you guys, isn't it? Exceptionally loud. That's a bit better. Now it won't clip. Much better. Yes, Mexico Wall 2.0. Well, they never really got rid of the other one, so he can just finish it. Might even stay in step 2, actually, for a little while. I thought you said you were making a via rail livery before. I will let you. Yes, Laserjet is funny. If you haven't watched him, you should. He's an entertaining young bloke. Almost at Polmont. Is that as far as this one goes? That is as far as this one goes. So we'll end the stream after we get here, unless there's anything that people want to look at. So we've looked at it in the snow, we've looked at it in the rain, we've looked at it in the fog, we've looked at it in the dark, we've connected it to a 170 and it didn't work in free roam. We connected it to a 170 through Formation Designer and it worked fine. We managed to discover that it does have transmission faults that you can cause, that you have to fix, which is kind of cool. We discovered the GSMR goes boop, boop, but it doesn't actually do anything. In fact, it only does it the first time by the sounds of things. Vigilance only works if you're running a scenario. So if you're doing anything else, it doesn't. Try not to overshoot, says Kraken. Yes, fat chats. I don't know if you can blow it up, but you can stall it. I did it before. I killed the engines. It's kind of funny. I actually like that you can kill the engines, to be honest. I think that's cool. Because then in the real life of operating in an engine, so I am an engineman on a steam railway, and you deal with things that have gone wrong. Pretty much every trip. There'll be something that's gone wrong that you need to deal with. Alrighty, that brings us to Polmont. I've clearly been here before. I thought I did unlock the doors. Oh yeah, they open at different times. Everybody needs random nutters violent, although a co-worker and myself did meet one in Frankston the other day, and he decided he was going to touch her, so I decided that wasn't on and got between them, and it got a bit noisy. And that will probably be the end of the scenario, I imagine. No, it still wants me to unlock the doors. Go and do it in guard mode then. It still wants me to unlock the doors. Did I lock them early? Set that one to open. Actually put the key in first, that'd be a good idea. Get closer to it so this thing works properly. Now it finishes. Fair enough then. Alrighty. Well, cool. I Will Eat You says I'd rather not believe every leak. Well, you know, some things that come out could be real, some things probably not. Pugface says, is this simulator so realistic you can spill coffee on the controls? You can spill coffee on your keyboard or on your rail driver. For those of you who don't know what a rail driver is it going to show you? Yes, that is a rail driver. So, you know, those weird controllers that weird people have planes. You can have them for railways too. Yes, my random nutter Violet was a meth head, basically. And Violet is, I'm calling my solo music project Random Nutters and everyone is me. Definitely go over to Violet's channel. Let me get you a link. Because, and Pugface. I keep forgetting how many channels you've got. You've got a few. Why can't it find you, Violet? Why can't it find Violet? Oh, I'll pop links in the chat when this finishes anyway. MVP Alex says, I got a question. Whenever I stop the Vectron and wait for the signal, it starts going backwards. Put the brakes on. That means you haven't got the brakes on, I think you'll find. So you might have stopped with the electric brake, perhaps. So you'll need to put the air brakes on. Michael Lee says, but the DCG 170, 158, see on Glasgow, Nielsen, and Newton. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Anyway, have fun, folks. I will come back on Sunday. We'll do the 158 again, and we'll join it up with a 170 again, because that was kind of fun. And we'll kind of see if we can make coupling work. I'll figure that out in the meantime. I'll get hold of Adam from Skyhook if I can't figure it out myself, and we'll work through it. And it's been lots of fun showing this thing off to you. We did manage to break it, but that's cool. It's an honest stream. All right, thanks heaps for watching, folks. Like and subscribe if you have not already, if you enjoyed the content. And I will see you again on Sunday. Enjoy. See you later. Bye. Lots of buttons. Bye.